Hi guys, it's Ray here from City Fan TV. Hope you're all well tonight. It's a couple of minutes later than scheduled. It's 10 past 10, just gone 10 past 10 in the UK. I'm sat in France in luxurious surroundings of a hotel room with the light right behind me with no bulbs in there. Great hotel, Mercure. Massive update tonight, guys. So much stuff to talk about. There's more stuff to talk about than you could imagine. I'm not sure we're going to get through all of it, guys, but tons of stuff. Obviously, Lionel Messi might just get a little bit of a mention. Lionel Messi, update on him. Did a podcast earlier this evening with Mike Long and Colin Savage. Done a special with Colin Savage as well about finances and about this deal. Koulibaly, is that deal getting closer? Eric Garcia, what's he said about Messi, and is he now staying? Diego Carlos, why is Cheeky in Spain? Is it something to do with Diego Carlos? Ismael Bennacer, what's happening with him? Could he be leaving Milan? Where could he be going? Are Real Madrid interested? City, is it too late for City? Slobodan Tedic leaves. Ante Paleversa is loaned out. Aguero is in training again. This is some pictures of him. Ryotaro Meshino is loaned out as well. I'm sure a couple of other topics will come up as well as we go through this mega update. Hey, Aaron, how you doing, buddy? Adrian or Adrian, hello. It's so much to talk about. Do I get into Messi straight away? There's so much. Yeah, let's talk about Messi, because that's what is on the thumbnail. That's what's going to draw people in. So I might as well talk about Lionel Messi up top. Hi, Cobby. Do we need to either finish your school or move from Puerto Carlos? Says Cobby. Well, Diego Carlos, his name's been mentioned today, and Cheeky apparently is in Spain. Is it for Messi? I'd feel it's for Messi rather than Diego Carlos. Things are getting lively, rubbing our hands, says Aaron. More and more people I speak to, more and more people I speak to who've got good ideas of things, and we can work through the numbers and stuff. Mike is at a 9 out of 10. Colin, 9 out of 10. And me, I'm at 9 out of 10 as well. So the more we talk about this, the more excited we become. Ikram hiring, but a big day tomorrow with that Barcelona Messi meeting. It's going to be very exciting. People are asking, why is Cheeky Begaristan in Spain? Apparently he's in Spain. Is it something to do with Diego Carlos, or is it something to do with Lionel Messi? Messi's the only topic when I talk about Daniel Zidane. How you doing, buddy? Okay, there's a lot of rubbish out there. I have to repeat, I have to throw it out there, guys. There's an absolute ton of rubbish. People are saying stuff when they know nothing. Okay, people are making stuff up. There's no denying stuff has been made up. Now, most of what I talk about is what I see from who I believe are reliable journalists. Now, they can still get things wrong. Okay, I'm not looking for a get out, but from who I believe are reliable journalists. Okay, also things that you can read between the lines and work out as well. And the odd tidbit I'm getting from people who are linked to Man City, but not much. They're linked to Man City, but they're not giving me too much that I'm going to disclose. But there's bits and pieces that has got me from 3 or 4 days ago looking at this as a 6 out of 10 as a likelihood of happening to a 9 out of 10. Okay, I mean, Mike said he might delete my singing of a chant on his podcast because all right, my singing is terrible. But I'm that excited. I'm thinking. I'm even doing that, thinking of a chant for Lionel Messi. Hey, Akash, how you doing, buddy? Fabrizio Romano knows everything there, and it looks like there's always a different guy who seems to know everything. IGSG, Ikram Oliver Messi stays at Barcelona if he's forced to stay, almost like an imprisonment. However, I don't see that happening because I think Barca will realise they should let him go out of respect. Free him. Well, honestly, Ikram, I do not see Messi staying at Barcelona. I've heard that for a couple of seasons he's not been happy. And, look, they lost to Liverpool last season. They've been getting worse and worse. He believes the treatment of Suarez, one of his best friends there. Two of his best friends, Suarez, Vidal. Vidal's going. Suarez looks like he could be going. Okay. So he's not been happy, and I think the final straw is getting pumped out by Liverpool last season, losing the Liga this season when they were ahead after a lockdown finished, or when restart started, and losing 8-2 against Bayern Munich. And he can see no future there. He can see no future where they're going to suddenly turn it around. His mates are leaving. Vidal, Suarez, Rakitic has gone. We're talking about 4 or 5, 6 players could be going. He doesn't want to be there. So I don't think he's going to be there. Come what may, next season, Lionel Messi will not be at Barcelona. That's what all indications are. Hi, Jason. How you doing, well, buddy? I'm streaming late, GSG, because I've been on all night with journalists. I've done 4 things tonight. Okay, 4 things already, as well as seeing 2 apartments. It's been a really, really busy day. So there's going to be a ton of stuff over the next few days coming out on the channel. I mean, 2 of the things I did today were about Messi, and one was exclusively about Messi. One was a lot about Messi. Spoke to a journalist as well today, getting some stuff on other players that we are interested and may be interested. Aaron, I want to know when I can get my bet. Honestly, Aaron, if I was in Manchester, I'd have been down a club shop today or tomorrow, and I'd get Messi on my shirt. I might even put number 10 on. Maybe that's taking liberties with the number 10, but I'd get the Messi shirt. Hi, Faris. Didn't get a notification. I thought you were going to do a stream, but you were busy. So, mate, trust me, I'm really busy. I was hoping to do this stream earlier on, but I was interviewing a journalist, and the interview overran. So I had so many things. I had this journalist interview that overran. So my next interview was coming up, and I didn't have enough time to squeeze in a live stream earlier on in the evening. So I had to do the second interview, and then I went off to do a podcast. Been busy. Hi, Bibas Gurung. I want to see City, Manchester, absolutely a machine, my friend. Hedren, can't stop. Look, it's been a long day, but got to keep rocking, guys. Akash, I hope Aguero keeps his number 10. He is the GOAT for us. Is that a GOAT picture? And not Messi, but I feel he will give it up to his best friend. I'm actually glad you did the stream late, as I was busy before as well. Ikram, it works out really well. And actually, on reflection, it's better that I'm doing the stream now, because I've talked to a journalist for an hour. I've talked to Colin Savage for half an hour, and I've talked to Colin and Mike for an hour. So there's a lot of things that these people give you, and I will be able to feed you a little bit of that information. I'll feed you a little bit of information before it comes out. So tomorrow you'll get videos from me. The Mike's podcast will come out. Finance stuff from Colin. Where we firmly believe that the Messi deal will not cost City. The package might be 100 million quid. It might cost a little bit more, might cost a little bit less. That's how we see it. Okay. And, I'm pretty convinced, chatting with Colin, as to the numbers and the risks on Barcelona. The podcast, it depends what Mike keeps in. There's some nuggets in that podcast. Here's a nugget. Okay. I'm like Thiago, but in YouTube. 7:20 early in the morning, Bill, ABC TV. Worth a gamble. Do you reckon at £15? Don't want to jinx it. £15 if you get one of the DH Gate shirts. That won't jinx it. Haj, what would be your Man City team with Koulibaly, Messi? We'll get to that. Let's get through this stuff, and we'll talk the questions later a lot, guys. I'll do your questions. Because of COVID-19, UEFA said the incomes and losses from the will be calculated together so we can sign Koulibaly. Don't worry about the finances, Daniel. Do not worry about the finances. Messi did used to wear the 19 in his early days. Sani left 19. There you go, Ikram. You could get it that way. Bibasan from Nepal, big Man City fan. So my club, City, Sonson, City should try to sign another target, such as left back, centre back, sell Gundogan. Pep loves Gundogan. It has to be Messi. 10 blue blood. Social media are now saying Messi won't cut it in the Premier League. They can get stuff blue blood. Ask Koulibaly. Ask him if Messi can cut it in the Premier League after what Messi did to him. Ask Koulibaly, and I think he'll tell you Messi can cut it anywhere. I mean, really, honestly, these people who are saying such ridiculous things. All right. My missus is making a noise there. She's laughing at her. She's watching some comedy stuff. I'm just going to do something. I've got to do something, guys. So, as I said earlier on, most of what you see is in people are making it up. People are totally making it up. Okay, most of what you see in the media. Here's my message for Bibas. I can do better than that, Bibas. I'm really sorry for what I nearly did. But I can do something better for my mate Bibas. Because Bibas is not the first Nepali guy or Nepali person we've had on the channel. Give us a second, guys. I like to be... There you go, to Bibas. That's my man, Bibas. To Bibas, I will say, Namaskara. Namaskara, Bibas. So that's a big hello to Bibas, to our channel. Please, guys, if you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out. Give us a thumbs up. We got, was it 98 or 100 last night? Get them thumbs coming up, because we're giving you these Messi. Look, we've got to give you the Messi updates every day. And there are updates. As I said, there's things I learned from journalists who I respect and trust. There's things I learned from talking to Colin Savage. When we talk numbers, yes, it can be a bit boring, but we talk numbers and we figure things out as well. And we figure things logically. There are some logic to behind what we're talking about. We figure it out and we bring it to you guys, so you get some, I think, some top class information, top class from top class people like Mike, like Colin, like the journalists I speak to. If Juve can afford Ronaldo, he can afford Ikram. We'll talk about it in a bit. Do you think Rodri will improve next season? He has to. GSG. I think he got better towards the end of the season. Like Cancelo, like others, give them their second season. Messi 19 doesn't have the same ring as Messi 10. Look, Aaron, if Messi scores 30 goals for you next season in the league, you don't care what number he's wearing. Bruno can cut it, so why can't the best player ever? Faris, Sons on Jack. I totally disagree. I miss that Sons. Who's Sons on? Sons and Jack. So I know the Jack. No, I don't. I honestly, long messages I don't tend to read too much, especially when they sidetrack me and don't make logical sense. What's come out in public is probably 30%. It's probably even less than that, Ikram. Honestly. Excuse me, Mike told me today that they were talking about £700 million package for Messi. That was Ian McGarry and Duncan Castles on their transfer podcast. Never, ever listen. I don't want to, And as I said then, people can make anything up. Nothing's provable or disprovable pretty much at the moment. So people are just making things up, hoping they get it right, and then saying, hey, guys, I was in the know. There's very little out there you can rely on. The Barca stuff, that's just a lot of that's rubbish. It's guff. And here's the thing. I'm not going to say too much because I want you to listen to the podcast, but we say £100 million package. That's the number we're talking about. I said it might be a little bit above. Colin said it might be a little bit below. But that's the number we're looking at, £100 million package, simply because Barcelona cannot. Messi's not coming back. He can buy his contract out. That might cost him a year's wages. So he can pay 60, 80 million euros in wages. He might be able to buy his contract out. If Barcelona take the risk of going to court, they could end up with nought. They could end up with nothing. That's a distinct possibility. They could end up with nothing. Or Messi could buy his contract out for about 60 million euros. Or there might be a valuation placed on Messi, but that won't be more than it'll be the Ronaldo valuation. It has to be somewhere in that region. I said it can be a little bit higher than the Ronaldo valuation because Messi is better than Ronaldo, but it won't be much. And Barcelona can look at this and say, can we get 120 million package? Could we get 50 or 60 million package? Or could we get nothing? We're not going to get the 600. Once it gets out of their hands and goes to FIFA or CAS or court or whatever, it's going to be zero. It's going to, or 50 or 60 million euros, or 120 million euros. And I think that's it. Now, do Barcelona want to take the risk of getting zero? If they negotiate with City, they could get 80 to 100 million package. That's what I think they're going to do. At the end, all this posturing, all this call my bluff, all this poker aside, that's what's going to happen. Bartholomew cannot afford to make a mistake. If it goes to court and they end up paying and getting nothing for Messi, I believe Bartholomew can be sued. Because if you make a financial decision and that costing the club money, you can be sued. Does he want to lose his personal wealth by going for this crazy thing and trying to get 600 million in it with nothing? And it could turn around that he's turned down 100 million euros. If he's turned down 100 million euros, hoping to get more, and he ends up with 0 or even with 60, maybe he can be sued for the difference between 160. Could be sued for 40 million euros. He's got to be mental to do it. I can't see him doing it. Haj wants to sell Gundogan. Pep's first player he bought was Gundogan. He bought him when he was injured. Can't see it. Are you going to hit 2? Yeah, we'll hit 2,500 subscribers, I think, by the end of the week. By the time the season starts, I don't think we'll hit 3,000, but you never know. If I get something right, you never know. If some of my tips come in, so far, what have I got right? I said Zach Steffen would be backup keeper. Okay, I knew that a year ago. I said it a year ago. I said Scott Carson would be third keeper. Scott Carson is, tell me, guys, tell me, third keeper. When pretty much everyone was saying he's out, he's gone. I said he'd be third keeper, and I said that probably 2 months back. I said we'd get Nathan Ake. I said that ages ago. I did a video middle of July telling you who we'd be getting, but I knew this. I was confident of this stuff before. Nathan Ake, where is he? He's here. That's 3. I said we'll get Ferran Torres. 4 out of 4. Okay, I took a punt with Ismael Bennacer. I mean, I thought Usman Aouar was more likely. I took a punt with Bennacer, but okay, can't get everything right. But I think City certainly were interested in him, and he might be moving on this summer. And I took a punt with Lautaro Martinez as well, because I wanted a striker. Never know. You never know. Okay, you got to wait for some stuff for the video I did with the journalist tonight. So, but Messi throws things. Messi turning up and becoming available throws things out of sinks. Get the lights up, guys. That's right. John Walters, Lancashire Cricket Club, being hijacked by Man United. There's not much to do with Man City, buddy. I know it's to do with Manchester, but Man City, we're in a massive thing tonight. Anyway, my wife's pulled my plug out. She's pulling my charger out. I've got 34%. Let's get this going. Get rid of Gundogan, West Space on Liberty. Brandon. You know what? Pep don't agree with that. Against Real Madrid, Gundogan did the business twice. Akash, did you watch the All or Nothing Spurs documentary? Nah, mate. Honestly, Akash, it's not all or nothing. It's all for nothing. Duncan is Bobbins absolutely blue chant. We need to have a plan B for Koulibaly. This deal has so negativity and uncertainty. Well, my man tonight said he expects it to go through between 60 and 70 million euros, which is what other people are saying, about 62, 63 million quid. Dilbert, Daniel, even the future Barcelona president Victor Font said it would be difficult to convince Leo to stay. He wants to go. Leo's been unhappy for a couple of years. He wants to go. Do you know we play Wolves on a Monday? Absolutely, on the 19th of September. Messi, CFG, absolutely, Sam. Ikram, I think it's fair to say that ending this in the courtroom is the last resort. Absolutely. The winners will be the lawyers. The finish if they get nothing for Messi. I don't think they'll be finished, Aaron, but it's not going to help them. They need to be pragmatic. It's what I've been saying all along. They need to be sensible and take a reasonable deal. We should go for Deo Upamecano instead of Koulibaly, says Blue Chant. It's a possibility, I'm not sure. Faris plays like Gundogan are the reasons why KDB receives the ball and brings creativity. His duty is off the ball and make the interception and move the ball to KDB. Hey, look, Faris, are you ever wrong, Faris? Salam to Kareem, boss. How you doing, buddy? Namaskar to my best club in the world, Manchester City, to my desired Messi to play for. He's going to do it. He's coming. Look, yes, there's nothing ever certain in life than death and taxes, except death and taxes. But it just feels like it's coming. It feels like it. Haj, why does Bartomeu he said if Messi stays, he will leave? That's just, he said that, okay, it's his posturing, it's his bluffing. What's going to happen is he's going to say, look, I did whatever I could. I offered to resign, and still Messi, the rascal, he still didn't want to stay. If it was against me, okay, then I will leave. But Messi's not going to stay. Messi's not going to stay. Whatever. That's my 100% belief. Barcelona let Rakitic rejoin Sevilla. Exodus begun. Ikram. Vidal looks like he's off as well. Suarez probably will go. He wants 14 million quid out Mirror News out of Barcelona to leave. And then I thought he had a deal in Italy lined up. You know, some of the big stars are going, but they're getting old as well. You've got to accept that. Ikram, I'm a 9 out of 10 now. I'm a 9 out of 10 since yesterday. What Scott Carson brings to the team, what would you think? I read that Napoli want 80. If I was Napoli want 80, City offer 60, meet in the middle, and Bob's your uncle. What does Scott Carson bring? He brings experience. He's not going to cry if he's not playing. He's not made any fuss about not playing this season. Okay, I think will be a safe pair of hands if he's ever called upon. The best we'd expect from him is to be on the bench in a Carabao Cup game. It's €650 if you bought the whole team of Guardiola distracts from you. No. If Bartomeu resigns now, he will have to pay for the losses the club sustained during his tenure, which will make him bankrupt. It's all a lie. What's he blah? Absolutely. He can't get that money back. He's just talking rubbish. Exactly what Bartomeu. All he said that to try and save his own reputation from embarrassment. What do you think will happen to Otamendi, Stones and Zinchenko? Zinchenko don't want to go, Daniel. The issue is going to be, and this is where Otamendi and Zinchenko come in, the issue is going to be possibly non-homegrown players. We're only allowed 17 non-homegrown players in your squad. I think we've got 15. Okay? Now, if Otamendi doesn't leave, and we want to get Koulibaly, we want to get... Right now, I think if we get Messi and Koulibaly, we get back to 17 non-homegrown players. If we want any more, somebody else has to either leave or be excluded from the squad. They might stay. But if we get Koulibaly, Otamendi might say, I'm not going to go. I'm on a good contract here. I'm not going to get anything near this sort of money somewhere else. I am going to stay. Thanks. I just hate when players receive undeserved criticism when they put the hard work in, goes unnoticed, and some players don't get a touch of criticism. Absolutely. Not many people want to criticise Laporte. I have done. I said he's not been good enough. It's my opinion. I'll put it my neck on the line. I said KDB hasn't. I expect more from him. And people say, he's the best player in the league. So be it. So what? I still expect a more consistent high level. I don't want moments of magic, moments of inspiration. I don't want bits and pieces. I want a sustained high level. I want everything to be brilliant. He's got that ability. He's just got to do it more often on a regular basis. Otamendi's uploaded a picture of his Instagram looking excited about his kid joining school in Manchester. It kind of looks like he's going to stay. Akash, I never said he's going to go. Look, can you imagine? Otamendi. Messi's coming. Aguero's there. We might be getting another. Well, I was tempted to get another Argentinian in. Otamendi, he didn't want to leave now. He'd rather play a few games and have his mate Messi there. KDB has a lot of covering to do, absolutely. Really, what transfer are we looking at? Messi joins City, can you see them at the end of the next week? Ikram, I think this next 3 days are going to be very telling. It might, one, I'm not going to say who. Someone said it might happen this weekend. I said it can happen in the next week, maybe 10 days. But I think it's going to, once the switch is clicked, it will accelerate. Once that switch has been clicked, and that switch is Barcelona allowing him to go, then it might be a couple of days of negotiating on the money, and it's done. Spencer Matt, not many City players will want to leave now Messi's coming. Absolutely. You might buy the money of the entire Bayern team with a reserve. Why spending only one player? Kareem, if you don't understand how it works, you've got to go and look at the videos I did with Colin Savage. Messi will cost us nothing or very little. Around nothing. Can't wait to see Messi in a City shirt. He's going to entertain his absolutely Nike. Guys, I'll say again, if you are new to the channel, please give subscribe. It's costing you nothing to subscribe. I'm even putting out all the interviews I do with the journalists out there for free. Some of them will go on Patreon eventually. I keep threatening it, but I never do it. But everything out there is free. Hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out. And give us a thumbs up, guys. We're talking about Lautaro Martinez. He's suspicious. You do know something more than you are telling us. You knew about the cast verdict too. A cash. Lautaro Martinez was just a punt from me. because I like the guy. And I couldn't think we were getting Haaland. Haaland would be the one that everybody wants. I just couldn't see us getting that. Couldn't see us getting Kane. And there'll be a video out tomorrow or the day after about strikers and who we could be looking at. I don't know anything, honestly, Cash. I don't know anything. But I worked something out that, we should be putting a bid in for Lautaro Martinez. No, Ikram, Messi wants to leave. That's it. That's the thing. Mr. Boss, do you know Sergio Aguero returned from injury? He was in training. Yeah, it's on my list, but I've spent 25 minutes talking about Messi. Messi or Thiago, Lautaro and Alaba together. Look, if we get Messi, Lautaro, we're going to be laughing. Messi's like a fish comes out of the water. Which one of the... Why didn't... I thought about that, Bill. I tried to do Patreon, but nobody's interested in Patreon. So I will do some... the next thing is channel memberships. One of the things, obviously, YouTube take, I suspect, a lot of the money. I don't know what it is. I'll have a look at that. So that'll be my next step, is a channel memberships, because let's be honest, the number of videos I'm doing, like today, you'll have 2 videos. Tomorrow, you will have at least, I suspect, 3. So I'm thinking something should go on the memberships. Maybe some of the interviews I do with journalists on certain players, because I'm doing so much. I have been busy doing. It's now 11:40 in the evening in France. My first interview started at 8 tonight, so that's 4 hours, and I've been doing other stuff today as well. So it's a lot to do. So let's go through. Come on, guys. Let me go through some of the stories. Sergio Aguero, he's in training. You've seen some pictures of Sergio looking good. Okay. So he had that knee problem. I said it's unlikely that he'll be back in the Champions League. I said at the best, I thought he'd be originally. I think I said as a best, he might get there for the final as a sub or the semi-final. He's still not fully fit. But it looks like he is almost done and dusted. He's ready. The training pictures look like he's okay. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in the MEM, but bottom line is we've seen a picture of Sergio training. Let's get through some of this other news, guys, and then we'll keep talking. Lionel Messi urged to reject Man City transfer by Argentina's president, no less, Alberto Fernandez. He should stick to politics. I'm not interested in the rumours about Gabriel Jesus going as a Luis Suarez replacement. You might have seen that apparently City have agreed personal terms with Koulibaly. I thought they were already done. But France football says Chica Garcia recently held talks with Napoli, who are holding out for £71 million, 80 million euros. The report says no offer has been tabled by City, but that they have already agreed personal terms with the defender. That I do believe. Koulibaly wants to go. Okay, how much can I tell you? I've got a video on Koulibaly coming out, so how much do I want to tell you? But I think 70 million euros is going to be the number. And even though Koulibaly has always said he wants to stay at Napoli and retire there, the feeling is he's open to a move. And we've heard that he might put pressure on to make the move, to make it happen. But I think he's eager for that. Messi's father in Barcelona this week. Let's have a look. What else? David Silva, he's got COVID-19, asymptomatic, self-isolating. We know that. Okay, other small bits and pieces. Ante Paleversa, who joined from Hajduk Split last year and spent a season on loan at KV Ostend, now joins Getafe on a season-long loan. I tell you, when I saw that, I laughed, because I do remember some people last summer, or was it the year before? He joined last year, bigging him up like crazy, saying he's the new XYZ. Yeah, he's the new man. He's going to get... Sorry? He's out on loan. He's been out on loan for 2 seasons, man. So, look, bottom line is, let's be honest, people put out videos to make money. I'm not having to dig at anybody in specifically, but people put videos out to make money. They know people will watch their videos and they know they make money on it, and they will big something up and talk about somebody just to create a little bit of excitement, a little bit of drama, and to get people to watch. And it's an entertainment business. Okay, it's a business to some people, pure business, and it's entertainment, and they've got to bring people in by bigging things up, changing their style, focusing on how to make money. And I mean, you can argue if they're giving the people what they want, how can you criticize them for that? But anybody who's bigging up Ante Paleversa last season, when we got him, or whenever we got him, saying he's a second coming and all that, and he's going to replace someone, and I'll behave. Yeah, behave. I've told you many times, most of the kids that come to City, they're not going to make it through to the first team. Absolutely no chance. And one of the two reasons we get them, if we're honest, one, occasionally someone will be good enough to come through, like we had with Sancho, like we might have with Braff, like we had with Foden, like we could have had with Brahim, but he's moving around. He's already gone to Milan now, I think. So that's one of the reasons. Some of them, very few, will make it. And we sell the others on and we make money on them. It's as simple as that. It's business. And you might not like it, but it's what changes City from being loss-making. Selling these kids on makes us profitable. That's it. So without that, we might not be able to get some of the players that we're currently getting. Now, Tuttosport have said City will close a £58 million deal for Koulibaly next week, with £4.4 million in bonuses added to the agreement. Now, I was under the impression it'd be it could be as much as 65 million euros. This is something I'd heard as well, 65 million euros plus 5 million euros in bonuses. So we'll see what happens there. But if Napoli are going to go out and get Marcus Senesi, let's get this finance, Marcus Senesi, okay, for about 25 million euros. They've already bought Victor Osimhen for 55 million euros. They need to recoup the money. That money's coming from Koulibaly, guys. Napoli are not in the Champions League next season. They're in the Europa League. That could be about 30 million, 40 million euros down. No fans at grounds, losing more money. Spend all this money on Osimhen. Yeah, wages, I don't know what his wages are. They're going to be big. His amortization is going to be 11 or 12 million next season. It's costing them. And the way around it is selling Koulibaly to City. That will balance your books. What else? On this day, 2008, Sheikh Mansour bought City and then bought Robinho. Big news. On this day a few years ago, we bought Zabaleta as well. Just thought I'd remind you of that. More news. Slobodan Tedic, who signed from Serbian side Kukurici last January before returning to them on loan. He's got a move to PEC Zvol. You might have heard of PEC Zvol or Zvole. I can't remember now. That's where Philippe Sondler came from. So 20-year-old, I think, Slobodan Tedic, he's on loan over there. What else have we got? Obviously, Messi's missed Barcelona training again. Continental Cup, we'll talk about the women's football. Continental Cup this season, instead of 4 groups, it's 6 groups of 4 teams. Now, 6 group winners will go through to the quarterfinals, and 2 best placed runners-up will go through to the quarterfinals. City have been drawn in a mixed group. You've got Liverpool, Everton, Manchester United, and Manchester City. So that's Group C. Good luck to the Manchester City women's team. There's a report here from Il Mattino that Koulibaly is pushing his club to accept 75 to 80 million euros, as he knows no club will pay the higher amount. That's rubbish. Okay, I'll tell you that now. That report is rubbish. That's my opinion. Eric Garcia. Now, we've all been talking about him going to Barcelona this summer. Originally, because he's got a year left for his contract, just going as a sale. Now it's part of a mate. Now maybe it's a mate waiting the Messi deal. He was asked about Messi and City and Barca, And I believe he said the boys aren't talking about Messi because he's actually with the Spain squad at the moment. He said, Barca, I told City that I was not renewing, but I still have one season left with them and I hope to return. So he's in public saying that he's going to stay at City next season. Now, that makes no difference to our squad numbers. He's not non-homegrown because he's under 21. So that's interesting. And he said, in City, we have not spoken anything of which Messi could come. Everyone would like to have Messi on their team. So that's what he said to the media. What else is out there? Here's an interesting thing. According to El Larguero, that's it. According to El Larguero, City chief Cheeky Begarison is using his time in Barcelona to negotiate for a Sevilla defender. City have been linked with Sevilla's Diego Carlos previously this summer, but there is no name specified in the report. Well, how many Sevilla defenders are there, guys? You know, who else is out there that's worth getting? Anyway, that's interesting news. Obviously, we said Rakitic is gone. There's a crazy report that Guardiola tells Messi not to leave Barcelona. That's Mundo Deportivo. But Mundo Deportivo, it says this was before Messi handed in his transfer request at Mundo Deportivo Barca paper, basically. I don't know really what to believe there. Right, let's go through a couple of more stories, guys, before I look at your questions. We talked about PEC Zvol confirming the signing of Manchester City striker Slobodan Tedic on a season-long loan. Now, I'm taking this from footballorange.com, Dutch paper. 20-year-old was signed by City from Serbian side Kukariki last January, foreign to the club on loan. So, technical director Mike Willems told the club's website, we have contracted a striker with Slobodan, who fits our playing style perfectly. He is tall, athletic, and has a nose for goal. I'm glad that we managed to get him to Zvol, as there were many other hijackers on the coast. So for Kukuraki, Tedic scored 21 goals in 75 appearances. There's claims in Forbes, according to reports, that City cannot afford to sign Messi on anything other than a free. I think that's a load of old baloney. I really do, guys. So a couple more stories out there that I've got. Now, it looks like Sandro Tonali is going to go to AC Milan. Now, it looked like he was going to go to Inter Milan. Okay. I mean, you'll find out this tomorrow, I think, or the day after. We're not talking to this Italian journalist. But Sandro Tonali is going to Milan because he's a Milanista. I think he supports them, and Maldini's got this over the line. It looked like he was going to Inter, but that was stalling, and it was believed that Inter needed the money. That's where Lautaro Martinez comes in, guys. When I put out that video, whoever is interested, who was a cash talking about Lautaro Martinez, it all starts to come together. Now, Tonali's arrival, okay, has it's led to speculation that Tonali's arrival could be essentially preparation for Ismael Bennacer's potential exit. Okay, but the report claims that the Rossoneri are fully intent to keep the former Empoli man as they go all out for a top four finish. That'll make a huge difference to them getting top four. It gets you Champions League football rather than Europa League football and a lot more money. Now, got to remember, Bennacer joined for 16 million euros last season when he signed his contract. A 50 million euro release clause was inserted, which becomes active in summer 2021. If a 50 million euro bid arrived and if the player wanted to leave, then Milan would be powerless to stop it, though they would generate a capital gain of over 40 million euros, which is not to be underestimated. It makes a lot of sense in your accounts. It allows you to buy a few other players. Okay, and what this report is the amount that would allow the balance sheet behave. Okay, I forget that. I'm not anybody who talks about balance sheet and FFP. You've got to question what they know. So I'm not going to read any more into that. But you know, Tonali arrival, does that mean he could leave? Who knows? Okay, Portuguese side Rio Ave announced today that the signing of Ryotaro Meshino from Manchester City on their official website, the Liga NOS club, communicated the 22-year-old's transfer on a loan deal which will run out in 2022. Riave also revealed there's a buying option in the agreement, but didn't say how much they'd have to pay for a permanent move. Their report calls Meshino very evolved technically and points out that he scored 13 goals in his last season in Japan. City spent €1 million apparently to sign Ryotaro Meshino from Gamba Osaka, last summer. Immediately sent him out on loan to Hearts, where he's basically a rotational player. He's got 3 goals, 1 assist, and 21 appearances in Scotland. Then he returned to City, and now he's moved on. I reckon he's gone. He's not going to be at City. And that's my news update. Right, I'm going to catch up with you. Rohit, any news as to when Jorge Messi's meeting? That's supposed to be tomorrow, Rohit. And what time? Well, I don't know the time. And will we get I really don't think we'll get the conversation, Rohit. The best I can tell you is it's rumored to be tomorrow. Even Guillaume Balaguer said it's Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. What does he know? Daniel, signing Messi isn't a minus, it's a plus. The money we'll be spending on him is nothing compared to what he will bring in. He's going to be worth masses commercially. It'll take City from wherever they are now over the threshold into being a huge global club. All right, Bill, I might do special live streams. I might do them when I get people on. I'll have a look at it, Jason. Faris, when do you think the players that are not needed in the club will leave? I'd have hoped they'd have gone by now. Honestly, I hope they'd have gone by now. It might just be that we're telling them that you might be leaving, or they're sorting out their contracts as well. So until their contracts with their new club is sorted, they carry on playing with City to keep fit. Sumesh, Guardiola told Messi to say, is that true? Don't believe it, Sumesh. It's coming from people from Mundial Deportivo. I think they're a Barcelona paper anyway. So can you trust what they say? I can't. Any news about Aguero? Yes, Kareem, he's been training. There's been pictures out there of Aguero training. So I think he'll be ready comfortably for the start of the season. Lone Wolf, why would you pay 100 million for Messi when you can get him for free in Man City? If I was the owner, say, wait, it'll be 34, man. Okay? The thing is, Lone Wolf, if you wait it out, that's another year down the line. He's not going to get better now, okay? He's still at a good level, but why wait a year? Why? Just get it done. Best get his boots laced up for next season, Sarah. Messi will come, says Jason Hodge. I heard that as well. As soon as I don't believe them. Okay, the issue with that is you're wasting a year of Messi's career. 1 year he can do it. Absolutely, Ikram. But Ikram, you don't know. Lone Wolf, you don't know how it works, what the price tag is, and how it works, and how much it's actually going to hurt City. It ain't going to hurt City. I don't think so, Faris. Look, he spent 20 years in Barcelona, and his wife and kids will be there. Give us 1 second, guys. He's back. I had to put my charger in, guys. My missus nicked the plug socket. I'll want it back. Seeing the YouTube compilations and think he's quality. Who's that, Aaron? Which one? Who? Akash, I think Messi. Yeah, Messi's quality. I think as fans, we shouldn't be worried much about the money involved. I just want to watch. Absolutely. Wow, I really don't understand why people say 100 million is too much money. At the end of the day, you could argue it's not our money. 100 million is a lot of money, yes. But if we can afford it, who cares? That's the way I look at it. If we can afford it, if they can legitimately afford this, if we can finance it through sponsors and our own cash, what's the problem? What's not to like? Brahim Diaz went to AC Milan. Yeah, I knew that was coming on. It was rumoured for quite a while. My Italian journalist friend has been telling me about that. And I've been talking to some of those Italian fans about how good Brahim Diaz is. I think when I first saw him, I couldn't believe it. I thought he was amazing. I said it. When I first saw him, I thought he was Messi-esque. He was that good. Just not happened for him. Akash, it's a business which man teams be smart and tell Messi will pick you up if you go for it. Nah, it's a business, Lone Wolf. City will make more from having Messi than it will cost us to get Messi. Napoli sold Allen to Everton, so they got a bit of money. They got a bit of money in Napoli. So I forgot about that, Ikram. I knew I saw it, but there's so much going on, man. I can't remember. But it's not enough to play, to make up the losses they've had this season because of COVID-19, because of next season they're not going to be in the Champions League, and buying Victor Osimhen. Which players will be affected the most when Messi comes? Everybody. Some players will be better for having Messi, and some players, look, you expect Mahrez to struggle for game time, naturally. Ferran Torres, Bernardo. Anywhere Messi can play. And I think Messi can play up front as a false nine, he can play out on the right, or he can play with KDB in front of whoever the DM is. Actually, you're right. Messi's getting older. Getting him now would make more sense. I agree. We shouldn't have to pay. Yeah, I think it could be 100 million. I think City would pay it because we're going to get well out of it. Jesus now is worth getting. Behave, Harris, behave. I remember he's finishing a few games at City. He was playing as a right wing back. I couldn't believe it. Many people missed that. Let me try and catch you up. Kiram Mule, 100 million or whatever City spends will be nothing after 5 or 10 years. But Messi playing for City will be forever and worthless. Absolutely. I was doing a podcast and I said I want to tell my grandkids I saw Messi playing at least once in Manchester. Faris Everton is spending smart with Ancelotti. I'm not sure. We'll see. Allen, James Rodriguez. He's got to make it happen this season. He's got to be basically have an improvement over last season. Tumelo, Kaki, if Messi leaves, who's going to replace him? To be honest, if he leaves Barcelona, I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. If we bring Messi or Koulibaly or both, this squad will be packed. Faris, think about this now. This is how we stand at the moment. If we get those two guys. Watch the video I did with the Italian journalist, guys. Looking at the team, but you've got Walker, you've got Yankuto. I'm sure he wouldn't get a work permit, but he's training with the lads, so he could. And if they could wangle a work permit out for him or find that somehow, I don't know. Back up, right back, Yankuto. You've got obviously the goalkeepers are Edison, Zach Steffen, Scott Carson. At the moment, we've got Otamendi, Taylor Howard-Bellis. Torsten's here. Torsten Adarabioyo. Eric Garcia said he's going to stay. We've got John Stones. We've got Nathan Ake. We've got Emerick Laporte. We've got Cancelo, Mendy, Zinchenko. And we might be getting Koulibaly as well. Moving into midfield, we've got Fernandinho. We've got Rodri, Gundogan, KDB, Bernardo, Foden, Gabby J, Aguero, Sterling, Mahrez, Jadon Braff, Cole Palmer, might be getting Messi, might be getting Mr. Martinez, might be getting Ismael Bennacer. All right, we're not going to get all them guys. It's just crazy. We need to get rid of a few players as well. We don't need to sell any forwards. Last season, we had the same amount as we would have this season. If Messi comes, Sane left, Torres came, Silva left, Messi coming. Same thing, absolutely hard. You're right there, buddy. There'll be some big developments tomorrow after that meeting. Absolutely. George, Faris, we mind the price tag because people keep bringing up on forget net spend, Faris. Look, I've said many times, net spend was created by fans of clubs whose owners didn't have ambition, didn't want to show ambition, didn't want to put in the hand in the pocket. And City could blow everybody out by net spend. If City just said, right, we're going to sell KDB, Real Madrid say we'll pay you 200 million. Bam! City's net spend. We just got 200 million quid in. We've smashed net spend. If City said, yeah, we're going to sell our best players, which is what Liverpool were doing. Coutinho was their best player, flogged him. If City, go out and sell KDB for 200 million, sell Raheem Sterling for 200 million, sell Emerick Laporte for 100 million, it's 500 million. We'll smash everybody's net spend. But will our team be weaker? Absolutely. We need to challenge. To challenge for trophies, you keep your best players. Messi's a game changer for us in every respect, Blue Chan. Right, you're right there. Rahul Chaban, we need to sell some fringe players in free to squad a bit. We will do that, Rahul. It'll happen. Mr. Roll Up, Angelino Garcia and 80 million is beyond fair. It's too much, Mr. Roll Up. Honestly, it's too much. Garcia is worth him. If we sold Garcia, I'd be asking for 20 million. If we sell Angelino, I'd be asking for at least 20. There's 40. That's 120 million package. I think that's too much. We need a left back. Come on. What's wrong with Cancelo? What's wrong with using Laporte or Aki if we need to? Good night, my West Indian brother. I think he's heating up. Says, hey, Brian. How you doing, buddy? Blood fire to Brian Aboab. George, Garcia doesn't want to leave now due to Messi leaving because Barcelona will need rebuilding. Haj, we'll see what goes down. Well said, net spend is glorified by fans for no reason. They don't get it. It means nothing. Look, I did some videos last year with Kieran Maguire, who is one of the hottest properties in finance. He's all over the newspapers, the TV, radio, podcasts, best-selling book. And we did this video last year in Manchester with him and Colin, and we said net spend is just a load of old baloney. It's a waste of time. Brian, City must tread carefully. Absolutely. Messi is coming, says ANA TV, Africa News Arena TV. What language do you speak, buddy? I always try and speak your language. Messi at City next season, says mejor fanatico. It will he think about it for the last few years and meet with Pep? Yeah, look, here, people talk about him having some disagreements with Pep in the past, but also others talk about him respecting him and understanding better where Pep was coming from and knowing that Pep is going to win trophies. Pep's your man to win trophies. He's on the same page as Lionel Messi. Hi, Dre. How you doing, buddy? Aaron Booth, Bitters bring up net spend, absolutely. Faris will have extra players like Zinchenko, Garcia if they stay. Otamendi and Stones won't play with the new signings, and Torres will be forgotten when Messi comes and Ryotaro and Bennacer will play. That's true. That's true. There will be look. It's inevitable. There's going to be some, someone caught in the crossfire. But as Colin Savage told me tonight, he said, "Look, we have 5 forward players. Okay." 5 forward players. We play 60 games a season. That's 300 games. 300 games between Torres, Mahrez, Messi, Aguero, Jesus, Sterling, Bernardo, KDB. That's 8 players for 300 games. Do you know how much that works out at? That's about 25 games per, and Foden, 9 for 300. That's still 30 games a player. If you got 9 players, even if you had 10, you got 300 games. That's averaging 30 games for each of 10 players. They'll all get plenty of time. Ikram, I'm tired of not having a proper reliable left back. We don't have one. What's the point of getting Koulibaly if we can defend when at left back we have someone in Mendy who can't? Forgot about Mendy. Yeah, Mendy's Bob. In my opinion, we are not going for Upamecano instead of pursuing almost finished Koulibaly. Absolutely, I think Koulibaly is done and dusted almost. How can we react to Messi's rival? Brad, I think he'll be chuffed. Okay, there's going to be a bigger star than KDB in the team. I hope he reacts well to it. And I hope he uses Messi to score 25, to get 25 assists next season. Haj, KDB will be happy with Messi. City will have 2 of the best playmakers in the world. Don't need to rely on one. Absolutely. Price making more sense now. We only need a Messi and a centre-back, and we can take it easy and plan for next window. Says Dre. Absolutely. I think we could see the deadliest strike force in football history here. And look, Messi, Neymar, and Suarez wasn't bad. Don't forget, what Messi's had around him. I think if it was Liverpool Man U with a chance to sign Messi, media coverage would be so different. You're actually absolutely spot on, buddy. The media would be falling over themselves, fawning over themselves, wetting themselves, and we would never hear the end of it. Did you see that BBC did this documentary on Liverpool winning the league after 30 years? Where was Leicester's, someone said? Where was City's? City waited 44 years to win the league. Leicester's was a fairy tale. There should have been a lot more about Leicester than Liverpool, who spent £1 billion before they won it. Leicester deserved it more. I deserved a special documentary. We were in a bit of a flop in the Champions League in the past season. Hopefully Messi changes that, says Rahul. Messi brings experience, mentality. So I think he'll make a big difference to our Champions League ambitions. Brian, what I like about Pep did was making it that most of the players in the team can score goals. Absolutely, Brian. 102 league goals last season. Well clear of the second place team. Imagine our direct free kicks, goals galore, Messi and KDB. Ikram, that's the thing. I said, I defy anybody to say anything different. It's all about opinions. That game against Lyon, KDB had 4 direct free kicks. Each of them he hit to the goalkeeper. I said, do you think Messi would have scored 1 or 2 goals with those 4 chances? I think he'd have scored at least 1 goal. Faris, I feel that Bernardo, Torres, Jesus or Foden will end up like signing. I don't think they'll leave Faris. I think most players will say, I'm playing with Messi. And I think a lot of players will accept a few games just for a season with Messi. I'd like to think I would if I was in that position. Sagar, Messi goal and assist prediction for 2021. If he's at City, more than KDB. KDB got 20 assists and was it 11 goals, 12 goals? So it'll be well over 30. It could anywhere between 30 and 40. I'd be disappointed if it's not around 40. I'll whisper that. Mejor Fanatico, La Liga unhappy at losing the last big star players. Is we surprised they kind of contract? Well, the thing is, guys, look, La Liga got problems because their TV deal is coming up for renewal next summer. They've lost Ronaldo, they've lost Neymar, and they've lost. It looks like they're going to lose Messi. Who's left? Eden Hazard. Do me a favor. So it's going to cost Messi leaving is going to cost La Liga. Could cost them millions, hundreds of millions, billions. Who knows? Dre, people are afraid of change. City was a big shake-up in the Prem, and so was Leicester. Liverpool, Man U, etc. It's what the media got comfortable with. Absolutely, mate. Our second team is so strong, says Haj. Barcelona had Messi, Suarez, Neymar quality. We will have De Bruyne, Messi, Aguero, and Sterling. I've spotted Jogman, just Flight Radar says Blue Chand. I don't know how these things work, mate. I've done it before watching Flight Radar, but I don't know how it works. Will La Liga deregister Messi from their federation, though? They'd hate to lose him. Look, Ikram, what will happen is, as Colin said, 3 things can happen. When we put the transfer, we lodge the transfer thing through our FA, La Liga can say, yeah, here you go, all signed, he's gone. They could ignore it. And apparently, if they ignore it for 15 days, it goes through. Or they can say no, in which case they get a temporary transfer from FIFA. So FIFA will give a temporary transfer, and then it's sorted out by FIFA. It's adjudicated by FIFA or a tribunal or the courts or whatever. It's sorted out afterwards. Okay, so if he wants to go, he will go. There is nothing that Barcelona can do to keep him. Guys, there's 109 people live right now. It's crazy. Okay, so let's do some housekeeping. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It's free. Just subscribe to the channel, guys. Hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out, and give the video a like. If you want to contribute financially to the channel, I will never say no. Well, I can't envisage your time saying no. Not many people do. And for the ones who have contributed, I thank you. There's a super chat. You can contribute via super chat. You can go and look at Patreon. Maybe if it's your first time around, Patreon's not for you just yet. But just have a look around the channel. There's tons of videos out, guys. Tons of videos about Messi, videos with an Argentine journalist, videos with Italian journalists, videos with Colin Savage about financial fair play and finances and cars. Loads of stuff for you guys to get your teeth stuck into. I can't believe any other City channel is putting out as much content as City Fan TV. Cameron Dempsey, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're well. I don't want to miss. Look, I hate missing comments, so I'm going to go back up and find these comments, guys. Wow, I'm not that far behind, but there's loads of things going through. Will Messi's biggest stage is Champions League surely will have an impact there, and surely the players will get motivated by him. Absolutely, guys. I'm gonna sneeze. Gonna get a handkerchief out. Excuse me. When was the flight? Oh, you guys talk about the flight. I'm not going to get involved with that. Why do you think Messi chose City from other teams? Brian, lots of reasons. You've got Pep, okay? Serial winner. You've got Cheeky Berger-San and Ferran Soriano as our sporting director and chief executive, respectively. You got Calderón Barry. You got a stable structure. You got no political issues, nothing going on behind the scenes. You've got a very decent side, which is only getting better by the additions of Koulibaly, by the additions of Nathan Ake, by the additions of Ferran Torres, maybe Messi, maybe Lautaro Martinez, maybe David Alaba. You know, City are going to keep buying players. They're going to keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And I think Messi wants to join that. And the lack of politics, it's a huge draw. On our TV Africa, Messi is the messiah of football and will forever establish Manchester City as the best club in the world because he will have the best owners, best chief executive, best management, best team, best coach, best fans, best everything. You know, it's the best facilities anywhere in the world football. Oh, there's one other story I forgot to do, guys. Okay, I'm going to have to go and look for this story again. I've lost it. The last story that I forgot to do, actually, was it said the expansion of the stadium has permanently been put on hold because of the COVID situation. Fans can't go. We don't need what's the point of building an extra 6,000 or 7,000 seats when only 1,500 of them can be used? I think we'll build them when the time comes. Sagar, what about 35 goals and 10 to 15 assists? Is it possible to do so in the Premier League? He was doing day in, day out in La Liga. Well, Sagar, look, he got 73 goals and assists one season. Mo Salah got 40 odd as well, 40 or 50. So, yeah, it's possible. I mean, KDB's got over 30 goals and assists this season. Sterling got, it's only 21, but, you know, there's some good numbers out there from City players. But I think, you know, Aguero got 16 goals, for instance, in only 24 games. I think Messi, in La Liga, he got, was it 20, a goal and an assist every 62 minutes? KDB was 85. So if you just replicate that, KDB gets 31, 32 goals and an assist. Messi's got to be over 40. The biggest example, it says, Faris this season was Champions League big teams got knocked out very early on. Bayern survived from the new teams. I watched the Liga and Serie A just to watch Messi and Ronaldo, says Haj. I won't be watching the Liga now. Who will? City haven't won a Champions League. Pep hasn't won a Champions League without Messi. Messi has only won one Champions League without Messi's only won without Messi. Messi's just turned the light off. Last 2 minutes, guys. Thank you, Mojesi. Wasim here, I think everything depends on Messi's father and Barcelona meeting tomorrow. What do you think? Not everything. If he wants to leave, there's nothing Barcelona can do to stop him. Simple as that. Hey, Cameron. How you doing, buddy? I'm trying to keep up, but I'm about to disappear. I've got 105 people on live. It's bonkers. Brian, your channel is very... Oh, cheers, mate. Oh, I'm trying to put out as much. At the moment, there's so much going on. I've got a few minutes spare. So a few hours spare a day. So I'm sticking out as much as I can. It's exciting. I chatted to this journalist tonight. An hour just flew by. Then I chatted with Colin for half an hour. That flew by. Chatted with Colin and Mike for an hour. That flew by. You guys been on for an hour. That's flown by. It's crazy. I'm not sure that we'll know tomorrow, Cam. We might have a better idea, but I think we'll know by Friday. Akash, next season is so that we play 27 games between December and February. I'm not sure Messi would hit 30, 40 goals with less game time because of fixture occasions. But I think he'll get... I'd be disappointed in next season. It all depends how much he plays. If he plays 40 games, he'll get 30 goals. That's it. It's crazy. Links, come on, guys. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, guys, please subscribe. It's costing you now, guys. I mean, can you believe that? It costs you nothing to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out. We'd love it, guys, if you could join. Join our merry band. You know, we have a lot of fun on this channel. Overall, I think it's a lot more positive on this channel than negative. And we're here to have fun Be informative, give you as much information as possible. Occasionally we'll talk about silly stories, but let's be honest, guys. I'm interested in giving you content. I'm interested in giving you stories that are truthful and have, there's people out there making stories up because let's be honest, there's people out there making stories up because they know they will get money from those stories. If you know for every video you put out, you're getting a certain amount of money, people will put out extra videos on rubbish because they know they'll get a video, or they'll get some money out of it, and that's what they do. And okay, people can do what they want. Who am I to complain? I just don't find it. I find it a bit, simply. I find it conning your viewers to put out rubbish just to make a few quid. That's my personal opinion. Look, maybe I'm fallible. I'll make mistakes, but I just think that's a little bit low. The lawyers that make the contract for Barca are the same. Yeah. Are the same lawyers telling Messi he can go on a free. So there you go, Sakib. I've done that. I think once earlier this morning I did that on the video on your daily update. It's a crazy situation, guys. Definitely his flight heading is for Barcelona. And you're still talking about the flight. Jack, is Koulibaly done? No. Koulibaly is dragging because they want more money in Napoli. I think it'll get done. I'm hoping it's done within the next week or so. I just want the guy over here. Barca will always be Los Culés. I wouldn't say that, Mayor. I think it's a bit harsh. Why did I read that knowing that's going to be a bad word? Messi coming interesting times ahead as the year 2020 continues to be unpredictable and will go down as the weirdest year ever. 2021 will be more weird. Just you wait. Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Brother, brethren, brother. I don't know which you prefer. Jorge, Messi's flight has just left the coast of Brazil. We'll be landing in Barcelona in 7 to 8 hours. Andrew, how you doing, buddy? Smart shirt. Hey, yes, Man City shirt. Are you confident about the outcome of tomorrow? What's happening tomorrow, Andrew? What's happening? We'll wait and see. Look, guys, I'm a believer. I get really excited. Then I say, or nervous about something. I say, whatever happens, it's going to happen. If Messi comes, fantastic. If he doesn't come, so be it. We've not got a bad team without him. Hi, Sam Tech, how you doing, buddy? Koulibaly, I'm wishing will be done tomorrow. Wasting time. Koulibaly's not going to be done tomorrow. I think we'll get an indication hopefully by the end of the week, what's happening with Koulibaly. It's got to happen at some point, guys. It's got to happen. That's my feeling. It feels more likely it's going to happen than not. Cameron, this is how it feels to be City. This is how it feels to be small. We sign Messi, we can laugh at United some more. It's going to be mind-blowing. It is going to go bam if we get Messi. Faris Goats don't need pre-season. Ray, what percentage would you give the chance of Messi coming? Sam, look, I did a podcast tonight and I said 9 out of 10. Mike, who was on the podcast last week, said 9 out of 10. Colin, he's probably the most reserved of the three. He said 9 out of 10. Amar Junior, the GOAT, absolutely be excited, buddy. Be really excited. Blue Chan Ray, get Messi 10 on the back of that shirt. Look, if Messi joins, I will get a new shirt. I'm sure if Messi joins, City will part out a new shirt. He's flirted with us before, but I don't think he's flirted really, Andrew. He might have been unhappy before, but this one, he's gone over the edge. Guardiola to Messi say, I don't believe that's a mess, to be honest. I really don't. You think there could be a swap deal with Barca despite Messi potentially being free? Jack, I think it's going to be a deal for about 100 million. I said this before, last 2 minutes. And Mrs. keeps turning my light off. Last 2 minutes, guys. I know there's 103 people talking. I'm too excited to go. But a swap deal. I think Garcia may still go. He's kind of given an indication that he wants to stay now that Messi's apparently coming. But I think Garcia could go. And that could be part of the swap deal. Or Angelino. It was rumoured a few months ago Barcelona were sniffing around Angelino. Angelino's given an option between RB Leipzig and Barcelona. He might go for the Barcelona one. Hey, cheers, Ahmed. Thanks for subscribing. Rafael Hannan, who's a Tier 1 Barcelona journalist, said live on City Extras live last night, saying he's 95% sure Messi will sign for City and could be announced by the end of next week. Well, the thing is, Sam, I know, Rafa. I was supposed to do an interview with him last year, and sadly he pulled out. I'm supposed to do an interview with him next week, I think, or the week after, with Rafa. But to be honest, guys, I've got too many interviews. I'm a one man doing most of the work. Call H does the IT and does some thumbnails and other stuff, and he's invaluable help behind the scenes when he's available to do that. But I've been speaking to. I've got journalists that I haven't got time to speak to. I have to turn a lot of stuff down. I've got someone from Iceland to speak to. I've got someone from Hong Kong to speak to. I've got someone from Brazil to speak to. I haven't got time to speak to everybody. Tell me what you think can lead to the worst case scenario of the Messi stance. Worst case scenario, can we pay 120 million quid? That's the worst case scenario, in my opinion. If natural disasters aside, that's my opinion. We pay 120 million quid for him. And we lose Bernardo. I mean, I really don't think that's going to happen. Go on, City, says Moses. Bartomeu release Messi and start rebuilding Barcelona. You're wasting time. You're right. It's wasting time. Sam, excuse me, I've got to go, guys. What time is it? It's 12:20 at night. Mac, for me, Messi is the man, but there is only one goat. Sean Goater. Absolutely. I remember when Sean put that out, I said, no, the original goat is Sean. Andrew, one thing I've thought, which no one has really, but Pep has always said he wants him to stay. If he spoke to him, I wouldn't be surprised if Pep said, think hard about leaving Barcelona. I agree, Andrew. I agree, because it's your legacy and everything else. But if Messi's so unhappy that he'll do it anyway, well, you'd be daft not to come to us. Absolutely, Akram, 2 goats. Amar Junior, the goat. When the left back, if I had a choice, I'd go for Alphonso Davies, but he's not available. After that, you're looking at David Alaba, who's 29. Last year, his contract at Bayern, hasn't signed a new contract. Why not? Why can't we get him? Apparently, he's allegedly said he doesn't want to come to the Premier League, but why not? Blue Chant. I've had plenty of that in my time, buddy. David Albert Kwenu watching from South Korea. That's where Mike is, in Seoul, South Korea. Do you see Ake playing left back? Jack, I don't think he's going to start there, but look, Pep is that kind of guy. He can do it. Pep can play him anywhere. Right, guys. As Blue Chan said, be careful. The chapel is coming out soon. I'm off, guys. I'm off. Take it easy. 103 people still on. Join us tomorrow, guys. There'll be at least 2 or 3 videos coming out tomorrow about some Italian players, about Messi, of course. We'll do a live stream as well. Take it easy, guys. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. And as I said, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out, and give us a thumbs up. Gracias, mejor. Gracias. De nada. I say de nada to mejor fanático. Good night, boys and girls.